Initiating experiment 1678 A1. Subject of experiment instance of SCP-1678 1 recovered by strike team after breach in the security area. We will refer to test subject as A1. Commencing first test. For the first test, we will attempt to establish verbal contact with A1. Hello. Can you hear or understand this message? If you do, please move your head to the right. Can you hear or understand this message? If you do but can't move your head voluntarily, please create any audible sound. Can you hear or understand this message? If you can't produce any of the last suggested responses, please offer us any sign of controlled movement in any part of your body. It appears that subject A1 is either uncooperative with the experiment or unable to receive or understand verbal commands. Now we will attempt to establish direct response to an auditory source by emitting a high-pitched and high-powered sound source into the room. If you can understand this message, please use any means to acknowledge your response. If you don't, we will need to use other means to establish contact with you. Okay, we have no other choice. Start the emitter. The following is a high-pitched sound designed to induce physical pain in the auditory nerve. We will produce this sound for 20 seconds. If you produce any response to this sound, we will stop it and continue with the verbal interrogation. This is for your own good. Please cooperate. It appears that A1 cannot or will not acknowledge any auditory stimuli. However, it has been evidenced that these entities somehow interact with the messages produced by the loudspeakers located inside SCP-1678. The use of verbal messages from SCP-1678 loudspeakers has been discarded for this experiment due to its high chance to produce an aggressive response from A1. We will now move to visual stimuli. For the next experiment, we will use a projector to flash images and text in front of A1. We know that these entities have no eyes attached to their heads. However, we believe that they somehow have the ability to detect light due to the many battle reports from strike teams all around SCP-1678. Commencing second test 10. Hello. Can you understand this message? If you understand this message, please make any voluntary movement with any part of your body or emit any sound. If you can understand or identify these images, please make any voluntary move or emit any sound. Well, it seems that A1 cannot or will not acknowledge any visual contact. We will then proceed. Okay, we will move to test number 3, shock stimuli. For this test, we will emit several electric shocks with different voltages to A1. These shocks will be produced in a regular interval, playing a message in a Morse code into the skin of A1. After this test, if A1 is unresponsive, the test will end and A1 will be terminated. Okay, commencing third test. If you can hear or see any of these messages, we will proceed to emit electric shocks to your body. These electric shocks will be emitted simulating a Morse code. If you can understand any of the messages we are showing to you right now in any way, please show any controlled movement or any sound you can produce, and we will continue communicating this way. I repeat, if you can understand any of the messages we are showing to you in any way, please show any controlled movement or any sound you can produce, and we will continue communicating this way. Okay, so be it. Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop the experiment! Stop the experiment! Confirmation of code yellow. I repeat, confirmation of code yellow. Contact command now! Oh my God! What the fuck is going on there? Subject A1 is transported to infirmary with high security personnel and an explosive device attached to its body in case it becomes hostile. An emergency surgery takes place for about 10 hours, detaching the head of subject A1 from its body. DNA tests show that the head of A1 has the brain of Captain Ryan McGregor from the recon team Epsilon Gunter. The recon team had been ambushed 3 weeks ago while exploring Scp-1678. All members were lost. Code Yellow was the designation for the situation where Scp-1678 would use any body part from captured or deceased Foundation personnel for its purposes. Experiment 1678 A1 has been the first documented case of Code Yellow. Scp-1678 appears to adapt to our incursion. It's using our own men or our own body parts to fight us. That man was alive and conscious inside of that body. I don't want to think what could have happened to the rest of the recon team. This is just too much for me. This is not natural.